Hello Year 6 and welcome to Monday's literacy lesson. Okay, so for today's lesson we are still using this comprehension book, the one with the wolf on the front, and it is the very last page, pages 32 and 33. Now it's a little bit different today, so you've spent lots of time looking at different texts and answering different question types, and now you are going to do a piece of writing. Okay, so it asks you to write a little extract and then write your own questions based on the extract using your knowledge of different questions that you've looked at over the past week and before. Okay, so it does give you a text that you are going to write. So it also says that when you've thought of your questions and you've written your text, to swap with a friend. Now, obviously, that's not possible at the moment, but you might want to give it to somebody at home to have a go at when you've done it. But still really looking forward to seeing the text that you've written and the questions that go alongside. So here underneath, it asks you to write a persuasive text to persuade young people to walk or cycle to school rather than going by car. Okay, so we're going to write the text. It's only got to be short here, okay, but it's got to be long enough so that you can write some questions on it. Now, the first thing that you're going to need to do is think about reasons why people should walk or cycle to school rather than drive. Okay, so have a little think about that. You might want to do a little bit of research, but think to yourself, what reasons would persuade people? So you need to give some evidence, some reasons why it is a good thing to walk or cycle. So it might be health benefits. So it might be that it's exercise and it's good for your heart and it gets your heart rate going, and it helps you to stay fit. It could be environmental reasons, like there would be less pollution if there's less cars on the road, less emissions, things like that. It could be that it reduces congestion around school, so it makes it safer. So have a think first about which reasons you're going to cover. So you might want to think 3 reasons. So 3 top things that are really good reasons why people should walk or cycle rather than going in the car. So think to yourself your reasons first, and you might want to use your purple book and plan it out a little bit. Okay, so think of your top reasons first. Okay, and then think what are you going to say about each of those that would persuade people to use their bike or to walk to school. Okay, so remember, it's about trying to influence people, to give people facts about how it helps. Okay, now on Marvellous Me, I'm going to send some persuasive sentence starters to help you. So to remember to persuade people, you need to make them feel like that's the absolute only way that they should be doing it. Okay, so I'm going to send you on Marvellous Me, so ask whoever at home some persuasive phrases that will help you today. Okay, so remember, each paragraph needs to be about one particular thing. So the first one you might say might be about health and exercise. So everything in that paragraph has got to be about health and exercise. Okay, then the next one you might choose about the environment and pollution. So everything in that paragraph needs to be persuading people to walk or cycle because it will help the environment. Okay, so remember to split your work up into sections. Okay, as I've said, I'm going to send you some persuasive phrases on Marvellous Me to give you a little helping hand to how to structure it. Now, once you've done that, the second bit is to then think of some questions. Okay, now you've done lots of different questions and you might want to flick back in your book to think about the type of question that you might want to include. Okay, so some of them, as you'll notice, it's exactly how you've been doing. You've got your marks down here. I've got 1 mark, and then you've got a few that have got 2. Now, you'll know from all the questions that you've done, when it's a 2-mark question, it's usually because it needs evidence to go alongside of it. So it might be something like, what do you think the health benefits are of cycling? Okay. So you might say, I think the health benefits are this, that and the other because it says in the text. So when you write your questions, make sure you've got a good, clear idea in your head of what the answer would look like. So if you 1-mark ones, it might be like a find and copy. So find a copy and a word that means. Or it might be a retrieval. So how many people bike to school at the moment. So there might be some numbers in there as well. So for your 1 mark ones, you might have retrieval, where they've just got to find the answer really easily in the text. For your 2 mark questions, that's when you need to be thinking about what evidence can they give. Okay, so ask them for an answer, but also explain your answer using the text. Okay, so really looking forward to seeing what you get up to today. Really looking forward to seeing your texts, your persuasive texts. Remember, I'm going to send you some phrases to help you on Marvellous Me. And then really looking forward to looking at your questions. Okay, so have fun today and I will see you tomorrow.